flank, and he actually isn't able to do anything. And at this point, Xerxes has already been taken out. Senkux is able to dive onto the backline and clear out the AD carry. And honestly, it's just really good positioning and target focus from Splyce, because they realize that the cat goes in first, they lock her down, force her out. Xerxes then comes in alone, they lock him down and chunk him out. And the Varus, with this full penetration build, is more about poke and playing around these objectives with more like time base and relying on the cat to deal the majority of the damage. And if she's forced out early, then the Unicorns lose all of this damage. And Splyce is definitely not a comp that's lacking in terms of damage.
No kidding. I mean, they don't need any Mountain Drakes to shred through those towers like butter right now. Unicorn's desperately trying to hang tough, but it's going to be hard. The curtain call's open. Chachi's tanking once again. There's another equalizer. They'll throw down the redemption, but they may not live through this one, as Xerxes going to hop up and away, and all of a sudden the base is broken open. 40 minutes. Splyce are looking to try and close this one out. They just need to keep rotating around. Hylissang, Samix, and Exile all sniffing for something, but nothing to be found.
So being able to pick up the first inhibitor of the game is a big deal for Splyce. The Elder Dragon is likely to wear off by the time they set up for the next siege, but now they can just move the Rumble into the side lane. They can move Corki to a side lane too. Depends whether or not he has actually picked himself up the package. Nevertheless, you can just set up the 1-3-1 using the super minions now as the actual knock-in door. So you have the 1-4, and it's going to be very difficult now for UOL to engage in these fights, largely because I think Splyce have just figured out how to team fight. You force Exile out of these fights. Samix just doesn't really output enough damage in an extended fight to really swing it in Unicorn's favor. So the only one they really have to play around is the cat, and as long as they do that, Splyce should consistently come out ahead.
Well, they found a way to do it. From 6-2 to 6-4, Exile has not been able to get that much going in the later stages of this game for himself. 21 kills to 10, and that really just spells out the latter half of this game for the Splyce team. I mean, a lot of credit has to go Senkuk's way, I think. He's still not died, and he was going full Mad Bomber in the back there in that last fight that really enabled them to swing the gold once again in their favor. But has this ever been a game to give you heart attacks? That's for sure. Samix takes one shot, Chachi tanks another, Xerxes with the third, but all they really want is to get this tower. Splyce are going to be able to do it.
Yep. Clean take of the tower, and Splyce can just keep repeating this combo. You throw the Rumble ultimate down to force the Unicorns away from the objective, and if they stick around, they just reposition, then you have the Jhin ultimate and the Corki poke to just constantly force the Unicorns back. Really like the way in which they're setting up these sieges, and honestly, it should just be a matter of time for Splyce now, unless the Unicorns can set up a very clean flank. All you need is this Katarina to be in a good position where she's not exhausted, and somehow getting onto the backline, because all of these members are super squishy this late into the game, and it is super easy for Kat to just clean these fights up if she's just given the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, we talked about all the way back in the pick and ban phase that this is the weakness of Splyce. They have very squishy members that Exile can blow up, but he's had a harder and harder time doing it because, as you mentioned, Splyce have just found a way to team fight and kind of outfox this Unicorn squad. You know, they said last week they just weren't really afraid of them. Senkuk's in an interview was just stating, hey, I think Unicorns are a good team, but they still haven't quite adapted to to themselves, to what their playstyle finally is going to be, and said pretty confidently, I think we can beat them.
Well, the Unicorns are a good team. You know, I mean, they're 3-0 in the group. You can't be that high if you're not a strong team. And I think the respect is well deserved. You really start to see that their playstyle seems to be very linear. They are very much about team fighting, and even if they have other options available, they tend not to take advantage of them, and sometimes it causes a big detriment.
Case in point, this time around, Splyce open up yet another curtain call. Xerxes is tanking on this one. Chachi looking to come around the side, see if he can flank, but he's spotted out. Curtain call is going to end, and they've run short on minions for now, but they can just buy some time, keep waiting. There's a big wave pushing up top. Unicorns are going to have to respond to it.
But now the ultimates are actually down for Kobbe. There's still Wonder's ulti available. Cat is being forced to set up to a side lane to deal with that pressure, and Splyce are just continuously throwing out the poke.
Yep. Xerxes coming up, but they have to keep sending people up towards the top to deal with that minion wave. Chachi is there. Now they're all going to be there. And it looks like the rest of Splyce are opting instead to go the path of least resistance, getting some vision in the jungle and sending Wonder down towards the bottom to clean up these minions as well. Unicorns are running short of options as their base continues to be pressured.
Slowly but surely is the name of the game for Splyce. They don't need to force anything. They just use their poke, use their simple harass to slowly edge the Unicorns away. And with the Baron spawning in about 2 minutes, all Splyce need to do is just keep playing around bot, keep playing around mid, just maintain an extended vision line, and and just slowly work on these towers until that objective is available.
Oh, Illisang steps forward, takes a lot more damage before he can get anything else done. Equalizer thrown down onto Samix in Exile. They dodge one more curtain call shot, but it may not matter. This tower is just being cut through. Unicorns have yet another hole in their base to deal with. Trying to plug the one up in the top with Chachi meant they weren't able to respond in time. Xerxes looking to go in. He's got the Shen Shield. He leaps, but Kabi is going to flash away from it. Here comes Chachi. He lands a big taunt. They've got the Wild Growth, but is it going to be enough to keep him alive? Chain of Corruption onto Trashy here. Can they get it done? Exile, that's a lot of damage. Wonder's going to go golden as Mickey's taunted up. Kabi takes down Exile. The Unicorns are starting to fall to pieces. Chachi holding out to the last, but at the end, he will be the last man standing, and that won't be for very long. Splice lose one, and they're aiming for base.
The Unicorns realize that their backs are against the wall. They have to force the fight, and it is just too late into the game for them to do that. Splice get the clean team fight win, and they're likely going to take game one of this best of 3.
Who needs minions? They start on it anyways at 45.5 minutes. This game has been post-pounding from the get-go. 26 kills to Splice, not a single death on Sencooks, and they've looked good. Just at the end, they fire the shot and take down the Nexus.